Board meeting for December 10th, 2025. If you could please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
3.1, request to address the governing board. Do we have any? No? Okay, moving on. 4.1, FAFSA peer coach program presentation.
Good evening, board president, members of the board, Superintendent Islas, our community. I'm going to invite up Megan Quezada and her students from Canyon View High School. Most of our schools participate in the FAFSA peer coach program. I'm going to let Megan talk about it. She knows all about it. It has been very successful at all of our schools. We partner with ABOR to do this program, and I think we're one of their champion districts when it comes to this. So Megan, come on up with your crew. Megan is a college and career specialist at Canyon View. She has a few slides for you along with her students.
Hello. So yeah, this is our 5th year. We partner with the Arizona Board of Regents for the FAFSA Peer Coach program. Essentially, they train high school students to understand and complete the FAFSA properly. We kind of get the information out. For every 100 graduating seniors, each school, each site gets one FAFSA Peer Coach. So that's what these lovely 5 students are here. They all, filled out an application, sat down, I interviewed them, and then they take the position. It's a year long, they get a stipend. They have to attend specific trainings that are held by the Arizona Board of Regents. There's certain milestones that are laid out by the Arizona Board of Regents. We have to host FAFSA completion workshops. We have to supply our students with incentives and just be a tool right there for our students. So every time we have senior class meetings, things like that, we introduce. They run social media. Each of them have their own job on our board, do community outreach, and we're just an additional tool to help our students walk through the FAFSA completion. We have a data share agreement with Arizona College Connect, and they share with us the FAFSA data. We get it about every 3 weeks. It gets updated, so we're able to actually see how many of our students in our campus have completed, where they are in the process, if they've started it and they haven't completed it, so that we're able to target those students and reach out to them and ask, why didn't you finish? What do you need help with? And then our students are able to just, ask their friends, hey, I got stuck on this. How'd you do it? Next slide. That's really it. We're just here to increase our numbers. So I know that right now our district, I don't know, it was on a slide a couple of slides ago. I know that our district is, I think we're at 51% is our average completion, and the Arizona, state Arizona completion rate is 32%. So we are above the Arizona completion rate. And then I don't know if you have any questions for the peer coaches or any questions for me about the program.
I think that's super impressive. You guys are doing that. It's complicated enough for adults, yes. And even some parents can't help their kids with it. So having you guys be informed and resources for your peers is a great program. Thank you for all that work.
Thank you so much for being here. Do you guys have anything you want to say?
Do you guys want to talk about anything? You want to talk about the program? What you like about it?
I think she said it all.
All right. Well, thank you very much for being here, and thank you for all you do for your peers. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, 5.1, consideration of approval for the minutes for the November 12th, 2025 study session and regular board meeting.
Be it resolved, the governing board approve the minutes of the November 12th, 2025 study session and regular board meeting as presented.
I second. Silk, yes.
Naylor, yes.
Colton, yes.
Landis, yes.
Acton, yes. Moving to action item 6.1, adoption of the 2026, 2027, and 2027-2028 school calendars.
Thank you, President Acton, members of the board, Superintendent Eastless, members of our community. Ms. Gressett and I are here tonight for Mr. Nallen, who's out of town at a CTE event. And Tammy's going to spend a couple minutes just talking about the time they spent polling the committee and what the results were.
Good evening. So the calendar committee was surveyed. They got 22 responses back on which days. So tonight you're going to have the option of 2 calendars to potentially approve. The 172-day calendar, which removes 2 of our professional collaborative learning days from 4 to 2. That's the 172-day calendar. And then the 175-day calendar included those 2 professional learning days, but it also included 3 additional days. When the committee was surveyed, it was pretty unanimous on the days that they chose. So those would be the Fridays of Labor Day and President's Day, because currently that's a 4-day weekend for our staff and kids. And then the Monday of the April break. So we'll still continue with that Friday, April break, but we would add back in the Monday. And so we're just looking for a vote tonight on which calendar to approve. If you have questions.
Yeah, we like to open up for questions, comments, thoughts.
Okay. I'm so sorry. I promise I was paying attention.
You're fine.
But I think I'm a little confused. So can you remind me again, the 175 days, it includes those extra complete days off?
Yes, so the days that we currently have, the 4-day weekends, it would go back to a 3-day weekend. So that's the Friday of Labor Day, President's Day, and then the Monday of our April break.
Okay. It would take those away.
Yes, and then that would give you the 3 additional to 175 instructional days.
I've got a couple of questions. Was there ever any discussion with the committee about moving a little closer to a standard year of 180 days, or was it pretty well just 172, 175 in the discussion with them?
I was not part of the calendar committee. I don't know, Mr. Huffman, if you have those details. I think the goal was to increase the number of instructional days, but still providing the professional learning days as well as staff time.
Correct.
Balance that out.
Yeah, Mr. Colton, yeah, if I may, we did take a look at that, and because we thought there was still some work to do with some of the PD and going to the academies, we did want to, as it's been communicated from the board to me, to increase the instructional days. I approved the 2 options. Was the 180-day a thought? Yes, it was. But I did not feel that going to that at this time was good timing.
Good. Okay. I know, Mr. Huffman, you and I have talked about this, but the factor that we can't really determine is whatever that graduation is going to be each year on the calendar.
Mm-hmm.
How do you see the positives and the negatives of how, depending upon the agreement comes each year, how that might impact the schedule? If Thursday's the day that we stick with, does that mean school's canceled that day? If it works out where graduation can be on a Saturday, how do you look at that whole scenario? Because I know you're very thoughtful about it.
Yeah, so, you know, last year graduation was during the weekday. It is this year as well. So if it stays on the weekday, that day is accounted for in the calendar. If it moves to Saturday, then the board would have the option of adding another instructional day or doing something different with that day. So that would just provide the board additional options. That could be another instructional day.
Okay.
And the reason that we're not on Saturday, just as a reminder right now, is as of this moment, the Arizona Rattlers have the arena on Saturday.
We gotta keep our priorities straight.
Absolutely.
Thanks, that's all I have.
Did we do any kind of survey? what's the sentiment for taking away 3 4-day weekends? Was there any feedback on that?
The survey was with the calendar committee that made up administrators, counselors, and teachers. So they provided that feedback.
And they were good with the.
Yeah, it was almost unanimous of those days.
Okay.
So they were the ones who chose those days.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And
I'm shocked, because I know that April stretch is a rough one for teachers, so I just was curious what they thought about that, yeah.
Yeah, I think that if Mr. Allen was here, he would say that the committee and a lot of the feedback that he'd received wasn't that people were looking necessarily to add days as the staff, but if they needed to add days, these are the ones they would
Those are
prefer.
okay, gotcha, all right.
I know I was surprised with Thanksgiving week as a teacher and just with teachers I talk with, to have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday of Thanksgiving week in the month of November would have been nice to have those 3 days, maybe after the new year. So that was surprising to me of the feedback of the committee.
What is surprising? That they
That-
say they'd rather have.
That
3 more
teachers
days
would
in
rather
January.
have 3 days in November for Thanksgiving week
Off.
off instead of a February and a March and
Oh,
an
okay, got
April
it.
kind of
So
thing.
you're surprised that we take the things, that teachers prefer.
I'm
that.
surprised that they want the whole week
Okay,
off,
gotcha.
because I thought they might have preferred an extra day in February, March, or April.
Got it.
But hard to figure out people all the time, right?
Yes, it is.
Do we have a recommendation?
I will make one.
I would love that.
Be it resolved, the governing board approves and adopts option
172 or 175?
175 of the
Option two.
26, option 2 of the 26-27 school year calendar, and option number 2 of the 27-28 school year calendar as presented.
I'll second that.
Silk, yes.
Taylor, yes.
Colton, yes.
Landis, yes?
Acton, yes. Moving to the consent agenda, is there anything anyone would like to pull and discuss?
I do not.
I do not either.
No.
None.
No?
No.
Be it resolved, the governing board approves the items on the consent agenda as presented.
I'll second.
Silk, yes.
Taylor, yes.
Colton, yes.
Landis, yes?
Acton, yes.
Almost there.
So fast. Record meeting time.
Okay, 8.1, comments and/or information from Superintendent Eastless and/or his cabinet.
Thank you, President Acton, members of the board, our FRIA community. As everyone knows, it is that busy time of the year at the end of the semester. Teachers are working hard to finish up projects with students, get all the grading done, making sure that all of our students are as successful as they can be at the end of the semester. So we want to just kind of give the teachers an energy boost and tell them to hang in there, that the break is coming. And so we're very proud of a lot of things that have happened throughout our semester this year. It is also a busy season for our arts performances. And I know Karen has given you all information on just about anything you want to go to, whether you want to go to a choir, a dance show, play, or anything like that. So if you need some more information, again, I'm sure that Karen can give that to you. There were some very successful athletic teams, and we had a great run with the Canyon View boys football team. That was a lot of fun. Had a lot of fun attending some of those games, being alongside Eric and Vicky at those games. So we want to say congratulations to them. Also, as you know, with 10,200 students, you can see a lot of our leaders are wearing red, in support for their colleague Autumn Daniels as a principal at AFUHSD, as she continues to support her staff in going through some difficult times right now. So I'm very proud of them again, and hopefully they can have some peace and relaxation over the break. But Autumn, we're very proud of your team, and as you can see, your colleagues are supporting you. So that's all I have.
Thank you. 8.2, governing board members summary of current events and or direction given to superintendent.
Does anyone else want to go first?
You did good last time.
Yeah. Mine's really short. First of all, I just want to say thank you to the 2 committees that worked on our curriculum adoption. It was a lot of very, very good staff members, teachers, specialists, all that. Thank you so much for your time and making sure that we move forward with the best possible curriculum for our students. Other than that, I just want to say happy holidays, Merry Christmas to everybody. I hope everybody gets a chance to just relax and unplug and spend time with your family and loved ones and friends and have a wonderful break.
So I wasn't here last board meeting, so I'm going to back it up a month or so. But I wanted to give a huge shout out to the Hilltop School for the Arts fundraiser. I know you guys probably talked about it last month, but it was absolutely fantastic. Super incredibly high caliber event, raising money for those kiddos and for our Hilltop School. So I had a wonderful time, and it was great to see everybody turn out for that. And then also to Melinda's team for the Veterans Day event. Trey Terry spoke and did an incredible job honoring our veterans, and I think one of the coolest parts was watching our JROTC do the POW missing man table. Having grown up in the military and then being a military spouse, I've seen that ceremony done many times, and they did an absolutely fantastic job, one of the best that I've seen. So I was very proud that our kids took such a big part in that. So Melinda and your team, thank you for organizing such a fantastic event. And that's all I have.
Thank you.
Well, last month was busy, including a few days ago. I was thrilled to attend this year's Department of Homeland Security AZ Cyber Summit last week. Was pretty thrilled to see our school tech team there doing a presentation, so it was fun to see all of them there and attend their session. Very informative of what's happening and hitting us on a national, a federal side, a local side, just everything related to cybersecurity. So it was a great event. Knowing quite a few students at Canyon View who play on the varsity football team, I'm really proud of them. I think the loss was a good life experience in a couple of ways. One, to see them work together and play as a team was really great. As people were injured and had to go out, others came in and stepped it up. And to see them fight and battle against an amazing defense and to move the ball and such. I was really proud of them, and you know, it's tough to see anybody who's sad, suffering, crying, but I just admire them greatly. You think about the months and the hours that they've dedicated to that task, and to see a win-loss game where everything gets defined by a win or a loss. And so I say all of that to also say, as our sports seasons have come to an end for fall, I just admire the work of all of our students. So I just wanted to mention that. This last month I also was really privileged to be invited to the Pebble Creek Rotary Book Drive event, and at that event it was a fundraiser promoting literacy for age 5 through 18 students, where they supply and provide free of charge brand new books for students, hardcover books for students, to help increase our community literacy rate. Last thing I'm going to share is, I think about all of our educators that are here and what they do to try to support all of our students, freshmen, sophomore, juniors, and then come seniors. What they do to support, gosh, would you consider FAFSA? What do you want to do? Trade, Word, you know, where do you want to go? I, as my own experience as a father, have really had a neat experience. No tissues right now. Graduation maybe. I've enjoyed as a parent experiencing what everybody else who's here on the board and out in the community who's parents, to go through the typical process. We have our seniors, they're our kids. Well, what do you experience? First, that first day to do the FAFSA completely shut down the national system. So to get on at 8 p.m. and get my FAFSA done in 30 minutes was delightful. You know, so everybody's dealing with that piece. Which schools do you want to attend? What degree do you want to earn? Is it a good college, accredited college? All those different questions that we've asked. Okay, doing the applications. Do we use the Common App? Do we not use the Common App? What's everybody require? So to have done that with my daughter and go through the Common App, but also apply. For other universities that don't use the Common App was an interesting experience. The communications back and forth with the universities. Then what's happened and occurred is offers from colleges, scholarships, financial aid, all the things that you have to get done. And then really, I had a chance to go to 3 trips this year and to go through tours, dormitories, college facilities, dorms. I'm sorry, I already said dorms. You know, class areas, and to see the whole universities. Maybe even attend an athletic event for that college. And then finally, after you gather all of that information, doesn't it sometimes just come down to the bottom line? How much is this going to cost us? Can we afford it? Is financial aid going to kick in and help us? What do we do? What's going to drive the decision? Are we going to get college loans? Blah, 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 all that stuff. So I'm only saying this long, drawn-out little thing. As parents, we completely understand what it's like for you to support your student, to consider the assistance to get them onto college or trade school or work or whatever it is that you might work with in your student. I wanted to share that just because I just think it's beneficial to encourage parents, but also encourage our educators who are doing everything possible through the recruiting efforts of the FAFSA group at Canyon View, all the schools. I saw them do that. I just applaud all the work and the effort. So keep doing what's best for kids, keep on keeping on, and we'll see our kids do some pretty great things.
Thank you, Eric.
So recently I attended the Helping One Woman event with Melinda, and I know that Mr. Islas supports that community and that organization in our Agua Fria district has supported that. What a great community, or what a great organization and support for local women and families, and so that was a great event, a feel-good event. I was able to attend a Desert Edge girls basketball game. It's been a long time since I played basketball, but always enjoy the shifts of things that have changed since I've been there, and so that was fun to see. Have to mention Canyon View football. You know, last year there was some strife, and I think sometimes that we forget some of the strife that we had in the past. They had to hire a new football coach, and with that comes the difficult portion of managing all of that, and all of the principals know that, because sometimes the football coach gets more attention than when we hire a principal. And so trusting the process by all of us not getting involved, and I want to appreciate and give a shout out to Miss Reed and Miss Hudson for managing that hiring process and ensuring that they had the best person for the position. It was such a wonderful year. I loved every second of it, except when they got left in Tucson that one night, which I'll never let live down. Just great, and not just great for the football team. The band enjoyed the whole thing. They were on the field. The cheerleaders enjoyed the whole thing. Our Canyon View crowd brought, I bet, 3 times more than the other team. It was just a great experience, and as a parent, you couldn't ask for a better one. And then I also, because I had a kid on the team and a board member, I got to sit front row much of the season. So I want to thank you, Mr. Eastless, Mr. Huffman, Mr. Nowlin, and Ms. Gressett, who were at all or most of those games, and I know that somebody had to give up a seat to make sure that I had a seat at the last game. And I just want to thank you and appreciate you. I know for Mr. Huffman, Mr. Nell, and Miss Reed, Mr. Huffman hired me when I was pregnant with Reese. And so to be in attendance with this, because I'm from a very small town where everybody knows everybody, but to experience that with the very people who have loved on your child and supported your child all the way is just an amazing, amazing experience. So thank you for the ride. It was great. And then to my fellow board members, Merry Christmas to you. I feel very fortunate and grateful that we sit up here and that we are civil and that we have the best interests of all students. And our disagreements about things can be had respectfully and appropriately, and I appreciate your service. Thank you.
Thank you. I think Vicki touched on something that was really important to remember. As our community is growing, we are still very small, and we are very much integrated in each other's lives, and so I think that speaks volumes for the kind of people we are and what we're trying to do in our community, and we don't ever want to lose that no matter how big we get. So congratulations to Canyon View. Great things happening at Desert Edge with their National Merit Scholar. The perseverance that's occurring at AFUHSD. All of our campuses are doing fabulous things, and I just want to thank you all again for all that you do for our students and for your staff, and I hope you have a very restful 2 weeks. That being said, any future agenda items for 9.1, if you'd like to direct to me so that we can determine a place on an agenda.
I would like an update on the Millennium Improvements.
Okay. That is a great idea. Anybody else? Anything? Okay. Then we are going to, if I could get a motion for 10.1 to go into executive session.
Be it resolved, the governing board convene an executive session as presented.
A second?
So yes.
Naylor, yes.
Colton, yes.
Lambs, yes.
Acton, yes. We are going into executive session. You are free to leave and enjoy the rest of your evening. Thank you for attending.
the executive session and returns to the regular board meeting.
Second.
Silk, yes.
Naylor, yes.
Colton, yes.
Landis, yes.
Acton, yes. Be it resolved, the governing board adjourns the regular board meeting December 10th, 2025.
I'll second.
Silk, yes.
Naylor, yes.
Colton, yes.
Landis, yes.
Acton, yes.
Bam.
We're adjourned. We're adjourned, yes.
Thank you for the,
Ring the gavel.
Oh, sorry, guys.
Oh, thanks.
thanks
We
for the
missed
gift,
one.
Kristen.
You're welcome.